real quick before we
Oh,
actually go. Oh,
sorry about that, and welcome to
sorry.
tonight's episode of Ghosts of Caerus, episode 2, and super excited to be playing with these beautiful nerds once again. So, before we get started, let's just do the quick housekeeping stuff. Uh, just do the quick mentions with the affiliation with, first and foremost, Die Hard Dice, home of the friendliest shopkeep in the realm, where you can find quality polymer and metal dice and dice accessories. If you do the question mark, exclamation mark, dice in the chat, is going to bring you a few things. One is our affiliate link, and the other one is our promo code GRC10 that you can use to get 10% off your entire order. They make really cool dice. I'm using, actually, I think all the dice I'm using tonight are from Die Hard, so yeah, go check them out. They've been super lovely to be working with, and yeah, it helps the channel because I want to pay these people as much as possible, so you can do that. Next, we're also affiliated with the lovely folks over at 8 Point Press, maker of TTRPG reference card, books, accessories, campaign settings such as the Humblewood, Sinona, cool like 5e supplement like the Griffin Saddlebag, which has like a bunch of magic item and stuff, and Deck of Many, if you want to pull cards and fuck your players over. You can do the exclamation mark HPP in chat to get our affiliate link. Every purchase that you do with this link, we get a big kickback. I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, I will need to go back and check. It's like 10% or something like that. And it does, again, help us make this stream better and pay my people. And last but not least, when it comes to affiliation, we're also affiliated with the lovely folks over at 1985 Games, maker of cool things like Dungeon Craft, the 2D turn books, series perfect for the GM on the go, the Deck of Story, which is awesome for just story prompt, story building, NPC that you need to pull out of your ass because your player wants to talk to everyone in the tavern, all things like that. Notebooks, all cool stuff, and they also have minis, and they recently had like a dice Kickstarter, and I do believe that soon more people will be able to get those dice. They're really pretty, so go check them out. You can do exclamation mark 1985 in the chat to get our promo code and link GRC10 to get 10% off your entire order. One other thing, content warning. If you do exclamation mark CW, it's going to give you a few content warning about, thank you Panda, you're amazing, about Ghosts of Caerus. Ghosts of Caerus is intended for mature adult audience, grown-up people like us. We're very mature, we take things very seriously and don't make silly jokes. It's set in dark sci-fi world, The Expanse, which include profanity, violence, frightening scenes, intense scenes, and possibly use of drug and alcohol and more. So we have some safety tools put in place to make sure that everybody here at the table stay safe and have fun. And since I cannot put those safety tools for you lovely people at home, if something becomes too intense, may trigger you, I invite you to step away from the screen, do whatever you need to take care of yourself, and if you choose to, come back. We'd like to see you again. Cool. Also, quick last little announcement you may have seen on our Twitter. Next Sunday, the 25th, we're going to have a charity one-shot for the Padla Foundation. Stay in touch, posted on our Twitter for the cast to be announced. It's going to be a bunch of lovely people. I'm super excited to have these lovely nerds at the table. Cool. Let's do a quick round table, introduce real quick the people that we are and we are playing again tonight, because your character is still alive.
for now.
Uh, uh, do I need to like get like a D4 and just roll every night?
I mean, I'll
I mean,
just
just
go.
pick
I don't
somebody.
care.
I thought you were gonna pick someone, but I was like,
Come
hey.
on.
Yeah, I thought you had a plan in mind. I'll just go. Hi, I'm
Do
Panda.
I look like a
play
man with a
Captain-
plan?
I play Captain Namita Dillon. Both of our pronouns are she, they.
Hello, everyone. I'm Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice around the internet, and I'm playing your favorite CEO, Ashley Phoenix. Both of our pronouns are he, him.
Hi, I'm Kira858. I go by they, them, and I play the really interesting character, Nami. That's me.
Hey, I'm Nix, he, him, MC etching Punkle Nix most places, and I'm playing Rowan, I guess Roro now.
Roro.
I guess, yeah, I'm just gonna be down in engineering fixing things. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Matthew called you Roro. Yeah. He appreciate you. Yeah. And as you can see, now the overlay has been slightly updated, which feature character art, which you can give you a bit more visual of who those characters are. I want to take my wife, the lovely Mrs. Rafiki, for doing the character art.
Thank you, Mrs. Rafiki. They're gorgeous.
Thank you.
All right. So, where we last left our little space adventure, the crew of the Ghost, went to Tycho Station to pick a lovely friend that chartered them to go beyond the ring. The eccentric, intriguing businessman named Ashley Phoenix chartered them to go there for what seemed first said to be a charity job. I mean, there may be somebody called charity on the Ani, which is a ship that they lost signal from and are now investigating, since it seems that some important cargo may have been lost on it. When they found the ship in the Caerus system, there was just nobody on board. Engine shut off, drive everything off, with no crew member on board. No sign of trust or anything, just people left. Seemingly there was some issue with the drive that was intermittent and causing possible danger to the crew. So for safety measure, following the log and the missing shuttle, it seemed that they may have launched and went on the surface of the big rock below or above, depending on your perspective. You're in space. It's weird. So, it seems that Mr. Phoenix have interest in possibly getting back said information, and possibly, if everything is going well, rescue the crew of the Ani. Making your way back on the Ghost, you are now in the process of making a plan to see what your next move are. So we are here in whatever room you may wish to be to discuss the matter, Captain.
I would probably call everybody into the mess and start cooking lunch, because we're gonna eat and talk over ideas of what we got to do. So I would talk to Morgan first, because they're our pilot. They've been scanning and all of that stuff and using the information that we transferred over from the ship to kind of look for what a potential landing site would have been. And I'm gonna ask her, or ask them, Morgan, where do you think we can set Ghost down that might be close-ish to where we think they might have taken the shuttle?
So, Morgan comes to you. So I've been trying to do while you were overboard and mention things like that. Give you a quick scan of this planet, just trying to see what we can find. There may be a few nearby landing site. Obviously, wherever they may have landed may be hopefully not on a different side of the planet. I was actually able to pick up a very, very faint distress beacon signal. So I'm assuming they're hopefully within the vicinity, and she brings in front of you pretty much an holographic 3D model of what this can reveal. Assuming like this is northern hemisphere, from what you can gather, it is around this region. Either batteries dying, or there's an issue with the signal because it's very faint. It was quite difficult for us to pick up and try to hail anything. No answer over there.
Okay, looking at like we can kind of see the map of.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can pull the map up. Do we see a place that's nearby-ish, not necessarily right on top of where the distress signal in case there's actual trouble right there, but close enough that we could land the ship comfortably without risking harm to like any of the native area, like something that's like a big wide open field or a beach or something like that?
And taking a look at like the planet, most of it, at least big part of where it seems to be coming from, seems to be nature, like forest and habitation, things that would be able to possibly sustain human life, which is probably one of the reasons they land there as a safety precaution. It's essentially big jungle space type, but there are some area where there's some clearing, some more like rocky part, that a ship the size of the Ghost could possibly land. Now, based on like Earth and the atmosphere of that planet, maybe a bit rougher landing, but Morgan is. They are confident in their skills that they're able to get you at least in and out of there if all goes well. The only thing that she mentioned that she is worried about is for the two Belter friends on board that were not expecting to at any point make any landing on any planet, and the gravity well is kind of hard on them. Like they're able to pull it through. They've done it before in emergency situation. It's gonna suck, and it will require essentially for Morgan to drop you off real quick and get out of Dodge.
Can we just dose them all up with a high dose of morphine or something like that?
No, this is pain that is far beyond anything that morphine would be able to fix. They need to be back out of the gravity well as fast as possible.
I've heard of Belchers landing on planets with decent gravity. That ain't gonna kill them.
No,
Obviously,
but they're
I
going
don't
to be in
need to
excruciating pain for the
insult
whole
you all.
time.
I'm just saying that I believe that your pain tolerance is A1.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to hurt my crew like that. You ain't paying me enough to literally torture my crew.
Well, that's
ain't
why I
gonna do
said
that shit.
morphine first.
There's a difference between just going down the well and feeling the pain. It's sometimes the long-term effect of our gravity well is just
Do we have enough liquid
well-
fuel to get down there and then let you take Morgan? Do we have enough fuel to get us down there, and you can take off with anybody who can't be surface for a while, and then come get us later?
Yeah, I mean we haven't used any of that liquid fuel in quite some time. It's been I don't know when we last actually landed.
I just want to make sure that we're not going to run out of fuel burning if you got to come back down and get us, and then we got to take off again. I just want to make sure that if we got to do 2 landings, we can get off planet with 2 landings.
Yeah. No, we should be good. I think. I mean, unless something pulls a bit more, but from what I see here, we should be all right. The only thing that worries me, Captain, is you mentioned that on their log that they had issue with their drive. I'm not sure if it's something weird with the area or was it failure on their system.
I don't know, but I want you as far away from planet as possible. Get even further out of orbit than the Oni is. Like, just stay as far away as possible. We've got about a week and a half for the Oni before it really starts to drag. So we got a little bit of time before we're going to have to push it again. I don't think we're going to be down here that long, but just in case, like, Mateo and someone's going to need to go over to the Oni and they're going to have to boot her back up and get her back airborne. I'm sure you can manually do it if you need to
Yeah.
from Ghost, but
Yeah, I mean,
I
at
just
worst,
need y'all
if we can
keeping
boot
an eye
it,
on that ship and being within radio distance that we can call for help if we need you.
if the drive is still working, we could probably slave the ship to the ghost and essentially drive it remotely.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I mean is like to be able to do it, but we don't know if their power is going to go out again, so
I mean, if we're
they're having power issues.
if we're
I
going,
appreciate all your worries, Captain, but I think things will work out. I'm very optimistic.
You say that until your ship is falling out of the sky on fire and it lands on someone because we can't get out of the way fast enough.
if we
Or
can,
worse, it lands in water and causes a tidal wave.
It seems incredibly unlikely.
It seems incredibly likely because that's how ships work.
Besides, if I recall
Planets don't go running
correctly-
into planets or
Yeah,
plenty of
that's 'cause-
asteroids to pass by.
Yeah, but it's a little different when you're stuck in orbit because of the gravity of the planet.
Yes, never mind. I'll let you be the captain.
I appreciate it.
Besides, if I recall correctly, did Rowan here take a look at the drive that was there? You didn't see anything of malfunction, right?
Mm,
When you took a look at it?
no, everything was fine on the drive.
As far as I can tell, it was a perfectly functional drive.
Mm-hmm. So I don't think if we run into any issues, I personally don't think it would be anything mechanically related.
No, the problem is that something keeps triggering the power to go out.
Mm-hmm.
And an unpowered ship will fall out of the sky if it's stuck in an orbit. I mean, if it's on the float, that's fine, but it's too close to the planet right now. It will
Mhm.
absolutely crash into the planet in a couple of weeks. 2 weeks tops, probably closer to 8 or 9 days.
Out of character, was it constantly turning off, or was it just like
It was cycling
turning?
on and off,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and it was more often off than on. It was maybe like on for like a minute or two, just to give them a little
Got it.
boost
Okay.
to readjust course a little bit. But it like was often like off for like a few days. And Mateo goes like, "Well, if we can bring that ship out of the well, we can. It just can just float
yeah,
around."
I mean, if you can get it out of the well and get it on the float, you're fine. And if you can get y'all on the float, that would be even better. I would feel much, much better if y'all weren't that close to the planet. But I also need you to be close enough to be able to come get us.
And not only that, I mean, your comm's probably not going to be able to reach us. Basic comm, we might have
Yeah.
to, have something to boost the signal. Usually, most station things like that, you can relay things through and power it. But
Yeah, well, I mean, we're going to be down here for a minute. So how about this? Get back up there. See if the Oni's power is on. If it's not, Mateo, take somebody over there with you so you're not alone. Get it booted back up. Slave the ship. Get it on the float. And then y'all stay as far as you can in orbit. And if something happens and the power starts flickering, like stay within radio range. But if the power starts flickering, you let me know and then you get out of the well.
all right, the only issue is sometimes we may not be able to communicate properly depending on which side of the.
No, I
we
understand.
are.
Just check in when you can. Let us know when you're within range. And if the power goes out and you have to go. Protect the ship.
All right,
Because
Captain.
it's our only way out of here. Just check in when you can, okay?
Sounds good, Captain. Anytime you want to do it.
What do we have for ground supplies? Can somebody give me a list? Do we have tents? Do we have... Because, I don't think we were planning on landing because we weren't told we were going to be on
I
planets.
packed for all of those things. I just assumed that maybe something might happen. We might have to go exploring.
She just kind of shoots him a look like, okay, well, what do we got?
Tents, rations, booze.
We're
Used to
gonna
make
need
s'mores.
It could be worse.
We're gonna need the tents. We're gonna need rations. We're gonna need supplies. We're gonna need all of our ground medical
flashlights,
stuff.
all that.
Yeah, we're gonna
jazz,
need
yada,
as
yada, yada.
many med kits as we can possibly take with us.
Yeah. And Clara chimes like,
Why
yeah,
would we need so many med kits?
Captain,
Planning on
You
getting us
have an
fucked up or
entire
something?
crew down here with a distress signal going off. People might be hurt.
We don't know
Oh.
that.
We
Out
don't
of
know that,
character.
but we do know that there's a distress signal, and I always want to be prepared because they can't just land and come get us whenever we need.
Out of character, did we see on camera how many people was actually entering the lifeboat to make their way to the planet, or was that not part of the logs that we saw?
there isn't any footage on it, but
okay.
that was a crew of at least 10 people
Okay.
based on the log, and
Probably
there's
like a
nobody on
dozen.
board. Yeah, it's a big ship.
Okay. Sorry.
And we didn't see any dead bodies or anything, so we know that there's
No.
probably 10 to 12 people on the ground, give
So-
or take.
Yeah, so unless somebody decided to take a spacewalk and never came back, there's at least 10 dozen
Close
people.
to a dozen people.
Yeah.
So
we
I
have
just want to take enough supplies to make sure if somebody is in trouble that we can help them immediately, because who knows what's down there other than the fact that we can breathe the air.
Yeah, that's a start.
Hey, that's a
Many-
good sign in my opinion.
There's many planets where we can't do that, so
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's definitely one of our
Alright.
more dire.
Well, shit,
dinners,
dang,
that's
I'm
for sure.
ready.
everybody go pack your shit if you're coming down with us. Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting day. Go get packed, y'all.
All right. See you all in a bit. And I feel like Nami will take up their plate and probably continue shoving down food as they as they make their way and pack up their stuff. They're not leaving food behind.
I would be talking to I would probably pull Clara aside and ask her what I can do for Rowan, because I'm assuming Rowan is coming with us, correct?
Yeah.
As a belter.
Rowan is Erder, I think.
Rowan is an earther.
Arthur, okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
we don't
I
have
thought-
any butters.
Gotcha.
Three
Well, then I would be
Earthers-
asking her just to be able to. Well, I would ask Ash. Ash, do you have any belters on your crew?
The only is an Earth ship, right? Probably owned by
Yeah,
Earth.
it's our
Corp.
Arthur ship.
So it's almost all Arthur's.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
I'm just trying to make sure that nobody's going to be down there literally being tortured to death by being in 1G. So
Wait, just to clarify, this is 1G, like Earth 1G, or is this like?
Yeah, Earth is 1G, right?
Earth is
Mhm.
1G.
Earth is 1G. The based on the general mass and size of that planet, it's like probably like 0.099. It's pretty close to 1G, which is still
Alright.
shitty for any belter where you use at 0.03.
Mhm.
All right,
Well-
so
All right, good to know. Us Mars folks don't fully like 1G as well, but it's not as bad as a belter. So they're not going to tell anybody about it.
all right. Well, I guess we're gonna get ready to find a space and go land.
all right.
Get everybody packed and then get everybody on this ship off world, so we're not hurting nobody.
Alright. So while you're doing that, anybody going on the Oni to help essentially the ghost remote control, because some control needs to be activated on their side. Are you sending Rowan or are you sending Mateo?
I'd be sending Mateo over with whoever else wanted to pop over. I want to get that done before we land, just because I want to be safe.
All right. Mateo is more than willing to go. Even if he has to go by himself, it's not his first time that he goes for a spacewalk on his own. So
Yeah, I'd let him go do that while everybody's packing.
all right.
Basically, just so everybody can get their stuff together, because I wasn't planning on being on surface. I was thinking we
Mhm.
were going on a charity tour of some ships. I was trying to take the man at face value. I knew there was something else there, but I didn't think we were going to be landing. So I'm getting my stuff together. I'm
He
super
wasn't
stressed out.
expecting to be landing. It's just he was prepared for it.
All right. I'm just gonna roll for Mateo to see how well, because he will for him be an engineering check to see how much time.
I have a
going to take.
question for you, GM.
Yep.
How does the rest of the crew look about going down to planet? Are they like Do they look super stressed out? Or are they like excited?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Roll me an empathy test.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Empathy. $15.
15. Any stun point generated, or what's on your drama die?
4's on Andromeda.
All right. So, 15. Uh, Clara definitely appeared to be, out of all of them, the most worried. Like, she's the crew's medic. She has to make sure that everybody stay in top shape and work, and hopefully doesn't have to patch or, go. So she's the one that is probably the most worried about it.
That makes sense.
Matteo is currently way too busy preparing for that little spacewalk over to Yanni to really think about that. And you just really hope, from what you gather, that probably doesn't hope that it's not gonna have to go too close and get into the gravity well, because did that once, did not like it. Morgan, they seem to be fairly prepared. There are, from what you could get from just the overall sense just reading that crew and just getting accustomed to them over like the past couple of days, Morgan gave you a former military feel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they've went through some shit, they've seen some shit, they don't fuck around. Captain is giving order, they're gonna do it. If the order is stupid, they're gonna question it. But
Which I encourage the crew to do.
yeah, they, like, going on like something like that, they've done things like that before. They're not necessarily on unknown planet beyond the ring, because that is somewhat fairly recent. But they've traveled before. They most likely went to Earth like years ago, during those Mars-UN relationship that were a bit weird.
All right. I think what I'll do is I will go to the medic. Would you say Clara?
Clara is her name, yes?
Yes. I go over to the medic. And I say, excuse me, miss.
Oi, Pompa.
Listen. I know I might have some hurt people down here, and that's gonna make you super duper ridiculously busy, should that be the case, right?
I mean, it depends on how many you bring. If, like, most of them are injured, we do have a med bay, but, we can only accommodate, 3 people at a time comfortably.
Absolutely. And I understand that. And I just want to make sure that you have everything you need to be at your best. Do you have family by chance? Somebody at home waiting for you?
Why you ask?
Well, I want to make sure that everybody's taken care of.
I got people I can call family, yes?
Well, if you give me their information, I'll relay it to my secretary, and I will make sure they're taken care of. Whatever they need.
Well, make it back from well, and we can talk about it, okay?
That sounds fantastic. Thank you. I appreciate you ahead of time. Do you like vodka? I have vodka.
I mean, it's no whiskey from Ganymede, but it's alright.
All right, I'll bring you a bottle. We can celebrate when this is all over.
Alright. I'm gonna hold you accountable for that.
Damn right.
You never promised a belt or some booze and not deliver on that. Last one that did found there was a leak on their suit.
Hey, I'm from Texas, where everything's bigger, including our promises.
Alright. And she look at you like a bit weirdly. Like she's about your same height as you, and you're pretty tall man. She's a pretty tall woman, not very
Mhm.
small, but all right.
And he just walks away feeling a little bit stronger. He's like, I got the doctor on hand. Everything looked good. I think we'll be all right. I just need to find that drive.
All right. So Mateo goes for a spacewalk. Goes to Yanni, keeping comms with Rowan. So Pompai, you got everything on your end? You can read things here?
Yeah, everything's coming through clear.
Everything's coming through? You're good?
Yeah, I mean, everything seems. The link seems serviceable, and it seems like we should be able to remote pilot. No problem. I mean, the drive seems stable.
Alright. Give it some juice, see if we can pull it a bit away. And I'm gonna stay on board here.
Okay, I'm gonna go in 3, 2, 1.
And boat, ship, follow at a relatively safe distance, about like 500 meters. Because you don't want shit to be too close.
See this? It seems to me a perfectly serviceable ship. I don't understand why they keep having. You know, I often find that it's gross incompetence on the operators when there's nothing wrong with the machinery. But human resources keeps telling me I'm not supposed to say those things out loud.
You can say those out loud here.
Yeah. See, Captain says that you can tell people that when they fuck up. Captain's human resources.
Yeah. Fuck human resources. Well, it looks good on this end. Do we need to do anything else before you come back? We've got complete control, it seems.
I mean, probably, have a, boat ship stop because it will be a hard walk, But other than that, I think we're good. I think Morgan should be able to control the ship remotely, and hopefully nothing will go wrong. Alright. Gonna make my way back. Wish me luck. Hopefully there's not gonna be a wayward rug that will just hit me in the face. That would be awkward.
Well, good luck.
It takes a few minutes and eventually makes his way back. Yeah, you get a sense that he likes to fuck with you and always give the worst case scenario. But also because, as most Belter, they are very cynical and have a very cynical sense of humor. Alright. Alright, Captain. Morgan, go see you. Everybody's back on board. We're ready to go.
I will trust your judgment as to where to set us down.
Alright.
You're the pilot. Everybody strap in.
We go. Round 1.
Alright.
Please go ahead and strap in.
And going down, it is not comfortable for anybody. If everybody could just give me just for Constitution, if I do believe there would be a possible focus that would work well with that. Let me just bring back my list of all focus if possible. Constitution, stamina. Actually,
Man, I ain't got no focuses. I'm just out here rolling straight Constitution.
10.
10.
You
Okay.
know, toy.
That's
5
all.
on the five on the drama die. What is the if it's doubles? Does it have to match the drama die, or is it if doubles on the other two?
If it's double on any of the dice,
I do have
it
one set of doubles.
Alright, it generates 10 points. You can use them if you want to.
Okay.
It would
Is
be
there like
Constitution.
a stunt that would? It's a 10. I don't think an 11 is going to make that much of a difference. So I'm just going to leave it.
in this case, it's not. It's never. I don't think there would be any specific stunt that would work for that. Maybe some general vehicle.
I use my
stunt.
one stunt point to suck it up.
There you go. Anybody that rolled below a 10, because that's the
15.
minimum. All right.
15.
I got exactly 10.
All right. Just making
I
rolling
got
for
a
the crew.
15.
It's essentially just to make sure that with the gravity, that none of you pass out as it shake a little bit.
Yeah, we don't have one of those what are the amusement park things where they launch you up in the air and you see everybody pass out on the YouTube videos.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That could happen.
That's true.
But after a few minutes landing, a few stressful minutes, because even if you're used to doing so, landing is there's always a possibility of something going wrong. Especially when there's no specific landing pad. But you are able to find a spot for the crew to land out of the airlock. There is essentially a little ramp that is able to be deployed for such situation. Morgan's like, all right, Captain, you can go with the crew anytime. Honestly, sooner the better.
Yeah, we're getting out of here. Let's go, y'all.
Yeah.
Morgan, my guardian angel, as ever, thanks for the ride. And
Morgan,
they'll
you're in
kinda-
charge. Take care of them, okay?
Hi, Captain.
And I will grab my pack and go.
I have a feeling that Morgan is basically your EXO.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Nami heads out, strapped to the 9 with weaponry all over the place. We're talking about rifle on the back, 2 pistols on the side, daggers all over the place. Pretty much, any type of weapon possible. They
Alright,
got
Rainbow.
stacked with it. Yeah, pretty much.
So you need to make your way like a good distance, not to be for them to be able to get the fuck out of Dodge again. But you essentially come out. It is very, very bright. It is daylight, and for people that have been spending their days and night for months and weeks in space, may take a bit of for your eyes to adjust.
I'm wincing. I'm limping, which probably no one has seen me do before. I'm limping a little bit. I'm squinting real hard, and I'm just moving as quick as my busted ass can move.
What's the
from ship.
weather like on this planet?
It is very, very hot, very, very humid, very, very sunny. Based on what you could guess, estimating star position, where you are, you're not exactly sure like how quick the planet rotates and how
Sure.
it's a day and night cycle, but you would put it, if it was an Earth equivalent, to around like noon.
Okay. So Ash is probably dressed like, a pro hiker, tight t-shirt, shorts that are like compression shorts, boots hiked up, waterproof. You can tell, long socks, big old backpack with like the sleeping bag strapped on it. Like, he is looking like every bit of a mountain man ready to go out here. He's got a cowboy hat on to cover his face, got his sunglasses. You see him putting on sunscreen as they get ready to go out. You all ready?
Yeah. I've got like the huge backpack with all my gear in it. And like, as soon as the doors open, I realize how hot it is. I drop the bag and I like slunk out of the top half of my suit and I tie it around my waist. So I'm just in a tank top and pants with my boots. And then I just grab my bag and I just go.
Yeah, you probably
and I'm
all
just
have.
like, we got to get away from this ship as quick as possible, y'all, because they got to take off.
Yeah, you probably all have a
relax,
rucksack.
we gonna make it. Well, it depends on how fast y'all can move. I know some of you aren't used to being on regular gravity or what have you, but it'll be fine.
I'm moving as quick as I can. It ain't that quick, and I'm limping a little bit, and
Yeah.
I look very uncomfortable.
Not me staying in the back, making sure that, of course, nothing happens to the captain, but anyone else in the crew. They know they
Yeah.
could be able to speed off if they need to because they're speedy. However, their job is to make sure everyone comes out of this okay. So they're
Right.
keeping a close laser eye on everyone.
Yeah.
And if there's any type of stragglers or anyone that seems to be having difficulty running, they're going to kind of help push them along the way. Like, you got this. I got your back.
Yeah, and I've got my pistol and I've got my rifle and my knife. I've got my basic, protection gear, but I look real uncomfortable for the moment. And I'm just like beelining for a tree line, trying to get some cover, get out of the sun, get as far away as we can, like that kind of thing. So what do we see, GM?
So as you come on this planet, where you were able to land is essentially a grassy field. Part of it burnt away as you landed, but still safe enough. At about like a kilometer away, you're able to see what seems to be the start of a jungle and mountain. And it is not a very cloudy day. You see those very, very tall trees that would put those of the Amazonian jungle to shame. They're very, very tall. And like some of the tree trunks is about half of the size of the ghost. It's huge. It is beautiful. You can
And it
hear
is oxygen, right? We can breathe.
it is
through there.
oxygen. Like all scan like show that, or like oxygen
Yeah.
and carbon and all that balance is breathable. For those that are not necessarily Earther, it's very well oxygenated, which is a bit compared to, actually it's probably well oxygenated compared to Earth right now because pollution.
Mhm.
It is a really beautiful location. You can feel right away the humidity, and you can also hear local fauna. What appear-
Visibility is good.
And yeah, visibility is good. You do see some what appear to be bird-like creature. Some are about, the wingspan is about a meter wide. They're pretty big birds. And some also smaller critter that would be about like maybe like half a foot creature. Very, very colorful. Imagine if you see like what I can only describe it as like a rainbow raccoon, like a darker rainbow raccoon. Things like that.
I'm adopting one of those before
Yeah.
this is all over.
A few scaly creature crawling here and there. Nothing seems to be paying attention to you or coming your way. But every creature they're able to see in flowers and things like that have very familiar feel on their like general shape and color, but also very alien in nature. Like their size, their shape, just proportion are very, very strange. But after like give or take a power walk of 15-30 minutes, you do hear in the back the engine of the ghost setting back for and out of the well.
I'll like turn around and watch it and just make sure.
Yeah, and you're able to see until no more. It is out of the
You all
well.
believe in giants?
I believe in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I would see why not.
Ash,
Anything is possible.
give me a
Please,
perception
yes.
seeing.
All right.
Ooh,
That's a 13.
with a
13?
6 on the drama die. Holy shit!
14.
14. All right, I'm gonna that churned by 1.
And Ash is like, well, I believe in giants because my mama always told me when I was little, wee lad, like that when I was born, my head was so big And it was a natural birth that she had to believe in giants because there's no way a human baby should have been that damn big.
It's funny that you say that. As you're standing essentially next to claw mark and paw mark that is about the size of your body.
Ash looks over and is like, I bet you my daddy wrestled one of those. At least my great granddaddies or something like that.
Nami would like to investigate the claw mark to see if there's like, does it look like herbivore based? Do there seems to be a genesis where sharp claws would be at? Like what would I be able to pull from?
Okay.
That
That would be for sure intelligence base. Let's see what if give me. Do you have intelligence science?
Nope, definitely not. My
Then
intelligence
just
is the lowest
intelligence.
stat with a 0. Okay. 12.
12. On the 12, it's hard to tell exactly, the exact nature of the beast. It's
I'm just gonna. Oh, go ahead.
it has
Sorry.
4 claws that seems to be large enough that are able to leave mark. But I mean, some creature that are necessarily herbivore like koalas have giant fucking claws too. So
That's true. Nami will definitely look at the claw and says, well, this may be our first instance of a possibly either hostile or maybe dangerous creature. Just by those claw marks that looks to genesis out quite a bit.
Nami, those claws are bigger than I am.
Yeah, that could be a problem. So, and also the visibility inside those trees is
Mhm.
going to be a major problem.
Yeah.
it gets real dark underneath the trees.
So we're
And-
going to definitely need to stay close by one another when we enter because
Yeah, we need to watch around our ankles and stuff too, because we don't know what kind of bugs or poisonous whatever's around here. So make sure your ankles are nice and taped up, y'all. We kind of have an idea where the ping is, right, for the distress signals. It's stronger now that we're down here on the ground.
Yeah, it is a bit stronger. It's about a kilometer away from where you were. Like where
Okay.
she tried to land you as close as possible,
Mm-hmm.
and you figured that that crew probably also landed as close as possible.
Yeah, so we're going to be on the
there.
lookout for the shuttle, and we're going to be headed for the ping. Is the ping in the jungle, or is it like in an open area, or?
It seems to be in a jungle a little bit. Whether or not that is intentional on their part. So we're going to be a bit more in the exploration aspect here.
Yeah.
So, how do you wish to approach this? There's multiple ways that you can probably perceive and track and things like that. For those that want to help in hopefully surviving, there's always the option of perception survival. Trying to track specific signs is always perception tracking. And if you want to, listen for possible things around you or see specific things, there's always either searching or seeing. Or you can try to smell things by
Can I use my
smell.
intuition? Because that's my big perception thing, is all intuition for where to go, like gut feelings.
I would allow it. It would be different.
Yeah, I'm sure the DC is way higher.
Yeah, it would be a
Right.
different DC for that.
Right.
And any of you that want to, go in on that, tell me what you want to do, and we're gonna go accordingly.
definitely perception tracking for me because that's kind of his skill.
15
15.
with another set of matched dice.
Okay, so
So you like to
there's possibly
roll
some
less
stunt
dice.
that you can use on that. There are some exploration stunt.
Let me look and see.
18.
18. Any stunt, and what's on your drama die?
Rubber die was a 5, but no number matched.
All right.
654.
And how many stuns did you generate, D?
I rolled 2, so it's 2 points, right? Because it's
Yep.
match 2s. Okay.
No, it's whatever was on your drama die.
Oh, it was whatever was on my drama die?
Yeah.
6.
Okay, so you have 6 stun point that you can
Oh,
spend.
wait, no. It was a 2 on the drama die. Sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
It's all right.
I had my book over it. I'm looking up the stunts.
And Ash and Rowan, if you want to contribute to this, you may do so. I see that one is like dressed like Dora the Explorer, so you may go.
Actually, I want to hold my roll for a thing.
All right. Sounds good.
I see that everyone else is kind of doing things to look around, and I'll just kind of, look around too.
Okay. All right, just generally just looking around to see if there's nothing getting a jump on you, or just looking around casually.
Yeah, just looking around, checking, for movement in the tree line, stuff like that.
All right. Give me a perception. I don't think you have a seeing focus, so it would just be perception for you.
Yeah, I just did a straight perception, and it's 4, 2, 6. And 6 on the drama die.
Yeah, okay, 6 on drama die. And your perception is
2.
2. Alright. Alright, so while D is looking at the stunt, let's resolve a few rolls. Rowan, you're looking around. What you can see is very, very colorful plants. All sorts of flowering plants. Very beautiful, very colorful. I don't know how familiar you are with nature in general. Sometimes colorful things are not necessarily good. They're colorful for a reason sometimes. Sometimes they're just colorful to be pretty. You also see the various native insects going on on the tree barks, and some about like a foot-long reptile that are just hiding away as your crew is approaching.
I'm gonna take a hot second to reach into my engineer's kit, and like any good engineer, I've got some duct tape.
Yeah, as one does.
And, I'm just wearing my jumpsuit. I'm just gonna kind of seal the boots to the jumpsuit a couple of times, couple of layers of good old duct tape here. Not like in the bug situation.
Yep.
400-year-old tech, and it's still the greatest stuff on Earth and in space.
Duct tape, the universal tool, is gonna survive. It's gonna outlive us.
There were things.
Yeah. Nami, you were tracking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you roll a total of 16, I do believe, correct? Or 16
No,
or 18?
18,
Yep.
yeah. 18.
So with that 18, one thing you're able to notice is going through towards north direction seems to be at least some tracks, some things being pulled. There seems to be a movement that went through that would be human size.
I don't have anything on the stunt list that would apply in this particular situation with as low as the stunt points were, so. So it's just a straight 15 with whatever I can see and whatever my gut's telling me which was where we got to go.
Yeah. You put an effort to do the right thing the first time. Or you could go and a stitch of time, which will give you a few stunt points for the next test.
Okay, well then,
this.
do I just transfer those stunt points to the next test? Okay.
Yeah, during this encounter, which it's.
All right, then I will do that.
All right. So I'm assuming, Nami, you're relaying whatever information you may have got there.
Yes, I tell the others that I see track marks. Looks like something was dragging across the ground and is heading up north. So that's probably our best bet.
My gut say follow that with a 15.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
then I
yeah.
guess that's where we're going.
Any specific marching order?
Oh, Nami will be first because, so yeah, they have guns out. Just the rifle primarily, and they're keeping a close eye out for everything.
Yeah, I'll have my rifle out and I'll be taking up the rear just to protect everybody from behind because I'm the captain and it's my job.
All right.
Mama Bear say rawr.
Yeah, so about that. This is what I was holding out for, actually.
Oh no.
So I want to make a leadership role to lead the
Oh.
group. Ash wants to take charge of, like, once we have a heading, to
Yeah.
really get out in front of things and give like a little bit of a boost to the group even.
All right. Yeah, go for it.
I'll just roll it on here so y'all can see it.
Ashley Phoenix, CEO, explorer, bartender on the weekend.
Future alien mammoth meal.
That's a 16. That's a 16. Not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. As you're trying to take a lead, Ash, it just seems to be like inspiring, like, yeah, going for it, and surprisingly showing some leadership in the middle of nowhere.
He's like, listen, big animals are just like black bears, right? Like, they're big, they're scary, but as long as you don't leave food out for them or make it really, really easy for them to just come after you, you don't have nothing to worry about. You see these trees right here? They're gonna protect us from most of the really, really dangerous things because can't nothing see us from overhead. You see, just keep things on the positive end.
That
Literally
turns out to be
all
a
of that.
cougar that's half the size of my ship.
Literally,
Yeah,
all
just
of that
don't
is
think about it.
factually wrong.
Here, this is water. It gives you a canteen, but it is better than water.
It got
That's a lot.
electrolytes.
It's what the plants crave.
Fucking Pedialyte.
I was just thinking the Pedialyte.
No, that's exactly what's in there. It is
Yeah.
Pedialyte. I was already there.
Look, we
It's like,
got
it'll
the
make you feel
reference.
better.
Yeah.
So I'll be a well-hydrated snack.
You will be a snack now. My watch. Nothing to worry about.
Rowan will be
I
juicy.
mean, some people like being a snack, and I mean that in those dating application ways.
Yeah, that's a different sort of snack.
Yeah, those
Hey.
don't work out well.
For who?
We could do something to make that work a little bit better for you. You gotta get away from some of that engine grease.
Well, there may be someone out there who likes the engine grease. We just gotta find you that person.
I know more than a few. Can we please make for the trees? The sun is very bright, and I would like at least a little bit of
Oh,
cover,
he's
and
not
we gotta
stopped
head
moving.
there.
Yeah.
He's just going.
Yeah.
Like, he's probably going too fast occasionally and then slows down and then brings up some wild anecdote about some stuff that y'all absolutely do not care about. He's like, I was thinking about pianos the other day, and then I remember these cookies that they used to have on Earth. Oreos or Hydrox if you're really cool.
Oh my god, I haven't had a Hydrox in so long. They're so freaking good.
And he's like, and that's what pianos remind me of. It's just like a tasty cookie. They do some wild things to your poop if you eat too much of them, though.
I
I
wouldn't
think
know.
I lost that train of thought. I think within the first 3 words. It's okay. But yeah, I think it's also because they're focusing on everything else, and then they're listening to the conversation. You just hear their ears go, "What?" And then they go back.
Yeah, I think I'm probably doing the same thing. Is I'm just sitting there. I'm just letting him ramble, and I'm keeping an eye. I'm looking low because I'm looking for anything. Because anybody who's ever gone hiking or knows nature, the stuff that's from the knees down is the most dangerous stuff. Everything else you can see coming.
Yep.
So I'm just kind of keeping a lookout and just trying to just eyes open while we're making our way through the path.
Perfect. And you're able to make your way through the path. I mean, there's a decent amount between space between trees, and there's some vegetation that you have to go through and probably cut through a bit. Or go around like some larger routes. It's not a straight path, but as I said, nothing here is straight. So as you proceed, probably about like half an hour, 45 minutes in, it's around you hear like animals call and birds. Very, very, very strange, sound that almost sounds like goddamn chainsaws as birds, but then you realize it's a bird. Question for you:
We should name those.
did you take the lead
Yes.
on Nami, like going?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ash is like
Oh.
intentionally making sure that like every time Nami tries to get ahead of him, he goes just a little bit further.
So yeah, I mean, and Nami's okay with that because the fact his primary responsibility is to protect the group. So as long as Ash doesn't leave Nami's sight, he's fine.
No, he's not gonna leave your sight.
Yeah,
Alright.
he's not trying to take the lead just to take the lead. He's more for making sure that everything goes.
No, Ash is certainly doing
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Different, what's the word I'm looking for? Begins with a P. Prerogatives. Different prerogatives.
It's his
So-
it's his CEO philosophy is to whatever his crew would be able to do, he should be able to do as well.
So I'm bringing up the rear. I'm keeping my eyes open.
Yeah,
How does Rowan look right now?
yeah. How does Rowan look?
Mostly just, slapping at bugs, carrying what equipment I brought with me. Just, awkwardly stumbling along as best as possible, paying attention to the group, sort of, but mostly just like, oh god, what is that? I hope this doesn't kick off my allergies. I don't know if I've got my shots are up to date. For new planets, nobody told us we would be making a landing. This stuff is very heavy. Did we need all this equipment?
You don't know if the Benadryl is gonna work for that.
I
Yeah.
swear to God, Rowan has to be protected at all costs. If anybody survives this show, it has to be Rowan.
Oh yeah, because Ash is gonna end up dead.
Mhm.
Ash is gonna poke a bear that is 5 times the size of a normal bear and die.
I told you we'd survive T-Rex.
Like, why is Ash wrestling a bear? He thought he could survive. Then he somehow walks away from it. You're just like, this asshole just keeps walking away from shit, lucky as he can be.
Rowan, you doing okay up there, bud?
As best as I can, Captain. We're just getting to the place.
Yeah, once
You
we
wanna-
get to the tree line, we'll sit down and we'll take a break.
Yeah, it doesn't take you too long to get in the tree line, and even beyond, like around even 30 to 45 minutes of walking, like closer to the hour. Ash, what's your defense?
11, because I am wearing light body armor.
Okay. Well, thankfully it's just above what I rolled. What you hear is a couple shot your way, and they just miss you and hit the tree.
Whoa, hey now.
You don't see anybody right now, but
Ash throws his hands up. Can't see anybody. It's like, I'm big, but I am not armed with anything more than a machete to cut down any vegetation that may challenge my person.
what is the rest of you are doing when you hear those shots?
Oh, I immediately
Oh.
hit the ground.
Yeah, I would have told Rowan to get down and I would have got low over him, rifle up, and I'd be like, we're searching for the crew of the Oni. Stand down.
Nami would try to drag Ash behind a tree, but like get behind cover to see if they can.
That's probably smart. Yes, he follows along.
And you
Yeah, knowing that there's not supposed to be anybody else here, I would basically be yelling that I'm here with the CEO. What's the name of the company again?
Phoenix Retrofitting and Textiles.
I am here with the CEO of Phoenix Retrofitting. Ashley Phoenix is here with us. We are searching for the crew of his ship. Stand down. We are not here to hurt anybody. And I'm just going to be like yelling that as loud as possible.
You hear? The fuck do you mean? Mr. Phoenix here? The fuck?
It's me, Ash.
It's the one you shot at.
You just shot at.
Sorry, sir. Did not recognize you.
Maybe let's not shoot at our bosses. And I'm going to help Rowan get up and
you
head
do
into-
see two people like coming out of the bush. Sorry, sir. Like we heard like sound and there's weird shit around here, so we didn't know what it was. And glad we missed you
It's
though.
all gravy, baby. I'm not dead, so I think we're doing good.
How well do you know the crew of the Oni?
Probably not much at all.
Not much at all. Sorry, sir. John, Mr. John. I'm one of the researcher on the Oni. We're not sure if you actually got communication at all or anything. What's the last thing you got? Actually, no, you know what? Never mind. I think Tanaka would like to speak with you. She would be able to. She would be better placed for that. And you would know that Tanaka is not the captain of this ship. She's actually the XO.
All right. Well, where's the captain?
Oh, McLean is indisposed right now. I think it's best that you actually see what's going on. And we have a camp here nearby. Were you able? Was the beacon working? Like you were able to pick something?
I'm going to just muscle my way up to the front at this point. Hi, Captain Namita Dillon
Hi.
of the Ghost.
Nice to meet you.
We're his transport unit. We were told we were on a charity trip. He didn't tell us till we got here. He was looking for a missing ship. We're here to help. What's going on?
I wish I had all the explanation for you, Captain Dillon. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, ship went weird. Like, no more power, on and off.
Yeah,
We had like power.
saw. We were on the Oni
And-
yesterday.
We figured safest place to go before oxygen run out is a place where there's oxygen.
How long have you been down here?
I don't know. At this
What's
point.
the cycle rotation of this planet?
Because the ship
Yes.
had no oxygen at all. The Oni's been out of air for a minute. It was like it had been vented. Have y'all been down here long enough for it to just naturally run out?
And you can see that the gear turning, trying to figure out like how long they've been here. I'm not sure.
Let's get back to what happened to the Oni. How did y'all end up here? Why did y'all leave the ship?
Captain said that it was the safest option. We went. I remember some coming down here to get what you were looking for, and from what Captain said, they found that, and then after that, like things started to get weird on board. Like shit was just going haywire, and we've been gave the order to come down here, and now we've been here for I don't know, month, week. What's the date?
What is the date? Earth days.
So, I do believe I mentioned it is in the year 2335.
2365.
2365. It would be it would be November 15.
It's November 15th, 2365. Earth years. Earth days.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Does it mean we've been here for 3 months? That doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make sense.
Let's go to the
Yeah,
camp.
let's just take us to your camp. Let's talk to your captain and the XO. And I'll turn to the second person who we haven't even introduced ourselves to, and you are.
Oh, I'm Bo.
Nice to meet you, Bo.
So John and Bo.
John and Bo. And they don't look, when you get to read on them, they don't look like people that are necessarily fighting people.
Yeah.
They got rifle just to, because they add to.
So, Ash is like just talking to people. He's got like a little list of all the people who are aboard and it's like checking off people. It's like, so this is John, this is Bo. We got to speak to Tanaka. Okay, got Tanaka on the list. All right. Well, yeah. Let's go speak to your XO because got a few things I definitely need answers to, and I don't want to keep this crew of wonderful people off their ship too long.
All right, follow me. Just be careful not to step on anything that is too bright and pretty. We had somebody learn the hard way.
What do you mean the hard way? Have you lost crew down here?
We lost one.
Who'd you lose?
We lost Samuel.
Okay.
Their skin kind of got a bad rash, and to the point that they were clawing their skin off. So,
oh no! Is there
Doc,
anybody sick? Is there anybody sick or injured down here that need medical assistance immediately?
We got a few that are a bit injured, but I think they should be good, except Cap. They're not doing so well.
All right, let's just get to the camp and let's
Ash
see
writes
what's
a
going on.
skull and crossbones where the one person that died.
Oh my god, I
crosses them
literally
off.
have that in my notebook.
Look, it's an easy
It's
indicator that, all right, this person is dead.
He's like, contact family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's keep on moving on.
Perfect. Yeah, you're able to make your way to the camp, which is a bit easier since you now have people that essentially guide you.
Mm-hmm.
And you were able to see what is currently their camp. Essentially, they repurposed the shuttle to the best. Like, it's still there, mostly in good condition. But they essentially repurposed that as a shelter for everybody. You see, like, there's a camp, there's provision being cooked. And you see in the like the door, the shuttle, this tall, what would be Southeast Asian woman of origin, just standing there and chatting up with a few crew here. Ash, you would probably recognize her because you probably at least know your IR officer on your ships.
Yeah, the officers Ash would know.
Yeah, you would know her as Eri Tanaka. She is the XO of the Oni.
All right, Tanaka.
Mr. Phoenix?
Yeah, that's me.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm like happy to see you. I was just not expecting, well, you to actually be here. Probably sending people. If you got
There
a
was
message.
something very important on that ship, and it was best if I got to check it out myself.
Yeah, that's what Cap was saying. Before, well, Cap, are we okay to talk with?
Yeah. This is
okay?
Captain D. This is Nami. That's Rowan. Well, I mean, for what they're getting paid, if they leak something, we'd have enough lawsuits to bury them for forever and ever in their children's lifetimes. But I don't expect that would ever happen.
All right. Well, we can all get in here and we can talk. It's best to not stay out too long. Sometime we don't know. There are things out there you don't want to see, Captain. Sir.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
And you can see that there's some people that are lightly injured. That they were probably got into a scuffle with the local fauna.
Yeah, I would immediately, like, I wouldn't even be paying attention. I would be busting out med kits and, like, bandaging people, getting people patched up.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I would do, is make sure everybody is okay.
All right. So if you're considering,
And just kind of be listening while I'm doing that.
perfect. All right. Can I have a roll to see how well you're doing on that, and just overall would be, I do believe there is intelligence, probably medicine.
I don't have, well, I've got my bonus to intelligence, but I don't have anything, like, extra in it, so.
Yeah, just give me intelligence.
Oh, that's awful, though.
Awful.
So I get 1 stunt point. That's 4 plus, it's a 7.
That's 7. It's not a complete failure.
Yeah.
I don't. There's only a few cases I will deal in absolute, like, this is absolutely not gonna work.
Yeah.
It's very.
Because I'm, like, not trying to stitch people up. I'm trying to put bandages
Yeah.
on some stuff and
You're
get
trying to-
Tylenol and shit.
Yeah, trying to do a bit more triage here. You're able to at least speak with a local like onboard medic, who thankfully is still all right, and they're able to help you and get things.
Yeah.
It will take some time. So Tanaka goes. So, like, shortly after we landed, I don't know what went wrong with Captain. He just lost consciousness and has been out since he's alive. Like, there's a heartbeat, and we've been able to give him some medicine to at least keep him a bit more alive here and there. I don't know for how long it's gonna last, honestly, sir. But he's been out. Like, we cannot find anything wrong with him with what we have here. And there's other people like that have 12 to 14 hours just sleeping and being awake for like 2 or 3 hours and going back, and I think it's getting worse. I don't know what's going on there, but whatever you sent us to get here, I don't know what we got or what you sent us for, but if we need to find a way to get out of here. And if you say that they have a ship that is still functional, that would be great. Because right now, I don't think we can afford to. We're gonna lose more, and I don't know what's going on, and if they have more medical things on board. What the hell did you send us for here? I mean, Captain said that it was some possible new textile thing for research and development, but
Yeah, something like that.
I know, like, he went himself with a few other men. I stayed on board the Oni while making sure everything was no need to send everybody.
So did the captain take the thing? Do you know?
Yeah. He said he took it, but was not able to get it back properly. He took data. We have to drive here. That he said that it was important for you.
Oh, thank God. All right.
The drive is here.
Yeah, we have it.
Good. Give it to Mr. Phoenix. I'm radioing for the ship. We've got to get these people off planet, and we have got to get these people in a med bay like now.
Yeah, that's the plan. Of course.
I'm immediately radioing. Fuck it, get back down here.
Hey, you're the one to tell them to take way the fuck off. I
have
appreciate the
Two
the move.
belters on my
Good
ship
guy.
that are going to be in excruciating pain, including our doctor. So,
Yeah, you put them in a good jumps. Never mind. I understand that you are super worried about your crew, and that is absolutely a reasonable and respectful thing to do.
So you do the hail to the ship. You don't get a response right away. They're like a bit out of reach or on the other side. And you know they're probably gonna come back every, more or less 24 hours. Like a
so
small
I'm hailing
window.
them and I'm not getting them. We're in the No, we can't. We're gonna have to wait till they come back around. They are too far out of range. They're probably on the other side of the planet. So when we get a radio signal that they're back around.
Gotta make the best of every moment.
Well, what all can we salvage here that we can get packed up? Because we can get us out of here pretty quick. We're gonna have to get back to the field.
There isn't much to salvage. Like there's some material, like some camping gear that they use. They mostly use a shuttle as a repurposed giant tent.
Yeah.
There's some medicine, but it's very, very almost exhausted. And a bit of ammunition. This is not a gunship. This is essentially a cargo/science ship. Like they have a few things to, if there's borders that come on board, they may be able to defend, but typically they don't try to resist too much just to avoid more casualties. But it's the bigger cargo is people and the drive. And like, but so did you? I know, like we have an idea of where the site was, where Cap was able to. He said that he got whatever you were looking for. It's not terribly far from you. Did you need to go and get it? We can probably get you there tomorrow. I mean, I don't think that their ship is gonna come back by then. We can probably, unless you want to leave tonight and go get before sundown.
Well, I think that's going to depend on the Captain D here, because I feel very bold and very limber.
What were you looking for down here? You told me this was a charity trip. You told us this was you coming out here for charity, and then you waited till we got here to tell us that you had a missing ship with missing items, and now you want me to go like explore something? I'm gonna need more details. As also, there was no like non-disclosure clause in our contract. I was supposed to be bringing you out here for charity, so now would be a
you
great
missed
time
the
to start
whole
talking.
line on there. It was very pretty well. Sorry to be ever so slightly deceptive. But charity gets the needle moving, right? Y'all understand, right?
I would like you to just please speak plainly. What are we doing down here for real?
We're recovering my drive
You have the drive.
and these people.
we have the people. Well, all but one of them.
we
And some
gotta
of
get
them look
this-
like they're in real bad shape.
Yeah, they're fine. Ain't nobody out there dying except this captain, and I really don't know what the hell is going on with them. Neither does anyone else seem to. So just relax, Captain. I want to find out more about what the hell is going on here myself. The drive and getting it back to the proper people was really my number one, but if my science people got something else that they found that they felt was worth the discovery, I can't just let that slip. There's more money in it.
What are we really looking for? Because they sure sound like you know exactly what's going on. So I'm like, we need to not do the bullshit thing. Like, I just need to know what we're looking at before I
We
ask my
are
crew to risk their
looking
lives for
to
something.
improve my company.
Okay.
Retrofitting and textiles.
With
We
what?
want to be on the forefront of whatever materials make that happen. Whatever materials. Fortune favors the bold, Captain.
I'm going to turn around and look at Tanaka. What were y'all down here getting?
I mean, from what Captain told me was material mostly that were just, well, as strange as I wouldn't say out of this world per se. It's not. It's for the company. We're scanning show interesting material that the company could use to develop new technology and some interesting location nearby that added. And
What
Captain took
exactly
a few-
happened with the captain? I need to know what I'm walking my people into.
I mean, Captain initially just went down there, found what Mr. Phoenix was looking for, got it, logged the data, which is on the drive, had some samples possibly available, but could not bring them right away, and to be able to further analyze. But exactly what happened there, the only man that wouldn't be able to tell you is currently unconscious, Captain.
Can we, Ash, can we look at the drive and see what he found? I don't want to risk life and limb over some material. That ain't worth it to me, and no amount of money is. Like, if I don't know exactly what's going on, I don't want to ask my people to risk their lives.
I really want to ask you the question about material you just mentioned. Rowan, may I ask you a question?
Yes.
How do engines stay safe?
By constant maintenance and repair and upgrades and safety precautions being followed by the crew at all times.
Yes. And engines are usually covered by parts and pieces and a nice hard shell to make sure none of that engine starts to leak out and burn your crew to death. Am I correct?
Generally, most reactors tend to have some sort of cowling.
Captain, what is that hard shell that goes around your ship? What would you call that?
It's our heat shield.
No, I mean the metal.
It's the outside of my ship. It's the hull of my ship.
Exactly. That's exactly it. That is material. What if I could make it lighter, faster, easier to produce? Would that not be worth anything, everything?
It ain't worth the lives of my crew. No amount of cost reduction is worth somebody's life.
I can ask the crew themselves. This will make it cheaper for everyone to get to see their families in different places, to get out of dangerous situations. Is that not worth it? Nami? Rowan?
Nami looks towards Rowan to see if they're going to speak first.
I guess maybe on an individual basis, but are we talking like how many people? Like, what are we talking about? Are we talking about sacrificing?
I'm talking about changing the world. But sacrificing people, no, I have no intention of sacrificing people. That's absurd. The captain knows better. I'm not here to watch people die. Hey, I put my own body out on the line first. I
You
came
didn't have
myself.
to.
I know I did not have to, but I'm trying to prove a point to you, Captain. I'm not here to just take silly risks with my own life. I've lived this long, been in control of the company this long. Dying isn't worth anything. But getting this to make sure that we get off this planet with this much knowledge is priceless. Not just to myself, but to planets all over everywhere, to people who came from neighborhoods like yours, places like yours.
I mean, I've found that corporate advancement rarely tends to positively impact those with lesser means. I mean, just if I'm putting in my 2 cents.
That is an absolutely reasonable thing to say. Mr. Rowan, I absolutely appreciate that. That is absolutely true. And if my grandpappy was still in charge of this company, I would 100% agree with you.
So,
Which is why I'm not taking my own ship. I'm rolling with you all.
the reason why I have not said anything yet is because Captain know why I'm here. I'm here for a good time, a fun time, and making sure my crew stays alive. I come from wealth. I'm not worried about wealth, but I am worried about how my crew handles the situation and making sure they are able to walk back to wherever they're dealing with. So I am staying to vote because I'm down either way. But just know that I'm making sure if we do approach this, their lives is coming before this material that you're looking at. And that's just me.
I appreciate your candor.
Rowan, you want to go on a little bit of an adventure?
I mean, I'm interested about the material on a personal basis, but
I turn around and I look at Ash. The price is doubled and I want my ship with a full overhaul, and Rowan gets access to the science so that he can learn anything he wants about it.
Rowan gets to be counted as an employee of Phoenix International, and absolutely. And you have to sign
He
an
can
NDA,
be a
of course.
contractor. He is my crew. He is my employee.
Contractor, fine, whatever. Sign that NDA.
That's up to you, Rowan. If you'd like to sign the NDA, I will get you access to the science. But the price of this trip has doubled, and I want my ship redone.
Let's see if we
with all
survive
the-
this first.
Well, we're going. The first sign of any kind of danger, we leave.
You see a little bit of a flinch when you say that, but Ash bites his tongue, literally.
And as I said, Rowan, you're leaving this place. I'm making sure of that.
I ain't letting nothing happen to either of the two of you. We go back home, but my cost has doubled, and my ship is overhauled, and Rowan gets access to whatever he needs, provided he's willing to sign the NDA. I'm not risking their lives. We will go investigate, but the minute it looks like we are in mortal danger, we're out. We didn't sign a contract to come down here and get killed. We signed a contract to take you on a charity tour.
So worried about death. You just keep bringing that death thing up.
I don't
You
know if
might have
anyone-
grown up in a situation where you're invincible. I've almost died a couple of times. It ain't fun.
I don't know if anyone was paying attention, but the people we met literally said, "Don't step on anything pretty, or else."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. This is how we avoid death.
There's a lot more things that can kill you than just pretty things.
Oh, yes, I know. You ever had corporate espionage, assassinations?
No, I've been shot at by drug dealers. Have you not seen me limping the entire time
Yeah,
we've
yeah.
been down here? I have a hole in my leg.
I've been seduced and stabbed in the gut. All kinds of shit happens to you when you live a life like ours.
Ours? That's interesting.
Seduced
rich
and
boys.
stabbed in the gut. No, we'll leave that one for later.
You ever heard of
Wow.
anything like that before?
No, I'm usually pretty good about who I bring into the after nighttime. But I will say this: while you all handle this, I'm going to just make sure the security points of this place is nice and steady. It seems like we may be here for a little bit of time, so I'll be back in a bit. Everyone stay safe. And yeah, Nami is actually pretty much going to do that. They're actually looking at the cap itself as a whole to see how defensible it is from upcoming threats, what things can be moved around, what type of defense measures they could do while they're currently reside in this location, because it seems like we might be here for a while.
I'm
Sounds
unloading all of my medical gear and handing it over to Tanaka so that the captain can have intravenous fluids, sustenance, all of that stuff, meds, like just getting as much of it out, save a little bit for us just in case of an emergency, but enough to like sustain folks because if they've been here for 3 months.
yeah. All right. So
Ash is just bringing out a bottle of wine. Pass that around between each other. That should make you feel a little bit happier.
So, as y'all going around camp in your own individual manner, some different idea of what this trip is about in mind, we're gonna go take a break and see where this lead a bit after, and if they're gonna venture a bit further and what other shenanigans they're gonna get to. So yeah, we're gonna be right back in a few minutes.
Rowan must be protected at all costs.
Yeah, Rowan must be protected at all costs, and we'll see you in a bit. And we're back. All right. So right before the break, quick round around the camp. Seeing evaluating the current situation of the crew of the Oni. Shit's going not so well, but hopefully, with the people of the ghosts here, things will go a bit better. Let's hope. So, anything you want to do before you at this time? I know that Nami, you mentioned that you wanted to strategically look around. Ash was just making sure that everybody had something to drink, because one will not dehydrate you at all. You were making sure everybody was...
I'm checking on the crew. Like, my crew I know is okay. I'm checking on their crew. I'm checking in with Tanaka because I know as an XO, because I've been one, like what that's like when you have to be handed control. Like, I'm just kind of trying to check on everybody, get the vibe, get any information people are willing to give me, which was probably not much, but enough that I'm like, what do we got to look out for? How far is this place? Like, do we know what left that gigantic fucking footprint?
Yeah. And Rowan, what were you doing?
I was so this thing we're thinking about doing is a bit of a trek, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of what tools I brought, I'm gonna bring it down to the bare necessities, because I don't want to be carrying a bunch of equipment with me. I went through this good back, bad back safety course once when we were working a job, and like you really want to protect yourself.
Yeah, I've probably stripped my gear down to the bare minimum. I've got my pistol, my rifle, some rations, like just a general like pack, not all of my gear. All of my gear I'm stowing with Tanaka to take care of. And
yeah, perfect. All right. So make sure that you make note of what you actually bring with you and what you leave at camp. So, because if there's something that you may need that you left at camp, well, sucks to be you.
Yeah, Ash is bringing all of his stuff.
They're used to tracking. Nami's used to tracking, so.
Yeah, I would basically be talking to them of like what they think we need. So, like, I'd have rope, a sleeping bag, my
Yeah.
ammo, like anything that a typical adventurer would have. Like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
have all of those kind of
Yeah.
necessities, tools,
Absolutely.
whatever. But I'm not taking like the extra. I'm not taking a week and a half's worth of food. I'm not
Yeah.
taking every piece of ammunition that they have in the kit, like that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, you can have some ammo. Yeah, some flashlight you can just actually put on your shoulder and to like light up the way so you have free hands.
yeah, that kind of stuff.
A bit of a rucksack with some food supply, rope, and whatever you may possibly need. All right. So they introduce you to Milan, who's one of the people of the Oni that, if you wish to, can at least help you guide you towards that direction. Or unless you want to just go blind by yourself, then
Oh,
go
no.
for
No,
it. But
if a crew member offered, I would absolutely take them up on
Yeah.
that.
um,
And Ash is absolutely like, y'all are all gonna get hazard pay for this. We have to work it out with HR, but it should be easy peasy.
all right, boss. So yeah, we better go now if you want to make it by sundown, because it's a bit of a trek, and I would rather be in and out before nightfall here. It's if you've seen things going around during the day, nighttime is much worse.
I would also let Tanaka know how to contact the ship so that she can like try to ping them every hour or two.
Yep.
So that she knows how to contact our people just in case of an emergency if something does happen, like, and codes and stuff that Morgan would know so that they know that it's legit.
So, question: do you leave one of your communicator with her, because whatever they add are pretty much like dead. They've been here for 3
Mhm.
months without being able to have any charge. The fact that the beacon is working is still,
Does Ash have a communicator he'd be willing to leave? Because I can't leave mine. I'm the captain. I got to be able to be in touch with my ship. No.
I mean, technically, all of you have a communicator. Like,
Willing to leave is
Yeah.
the question. And Ash is not willing to leave his.
Ro, Nami, either of you willing to leave your communicator so they can contact the ship?
I guess. I mean, I can leave mine behind if it's needed and nobody's volunteering.
I have to have mine.
I appreciate you, Rowan.
Yeah, I feel like I would need to keep mine on just for
Ro, you don't
security
go anywhere
measures.
by yourself. Okay? You stay with one of us at all times.
Absolutely, Captain.
Okay.
Look at us playing like a team. This is what I like to see.
And I would leave Tanaka all the information as to how to contact,
Yeah.
why, all the codes and stuff. Because if somebody's contacting from somebody else's communicator, like, I want to give them all the information to make sure Morgan knows that it's legit.
it's Rowan's face that show up on the communicator, but it's not Rowan calling. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Perfect. So heading west, further down into the jungle.
Again, this is one of those situations where Ash looks way too fucking excited.
Because this is a hardy trek, it's not an easy journey. If y'all could give me a Constitution Stamina challenge rating
Buddy,
11.
The DC is 11.
The DC is 11. Not to be to suffer from some fatigue.
Ooh, hell yeah.
That's a 7.
Do you get some fatigue?
13.
Good.
13.
I got a 9 with the 1 on the trauma die.
Okay. Good. All right. And Nami.
16.
All right. Oh, shut up, Ludwig.
I was gonna say, what the hell is that? That sounds like a cat from Earth.
That's, that is a cat from Earth. It's my
Who the
cat.
hell put an Earth cat on here? God damn it!
Uh,
My
all right.
allergy's gonna flare up. Like
So, when for those that have below 11, which is Rowan and D, you are fatigued. Thankfully, you're not exhausted. A tired character, you're not going to be able to take the charge or run action, which may or may not suck. Fatigue character receive 2 additional fatigue condition when you're gonna be when you become exhausted. So, but after a few hours of travel, you feel it in your bone, you feel it in your body. It's fucking hot. It's humid. It's nearly unbearable, especially you're used to the climate of your ship, which is very, very stable and always same temperature. It never shift.
It's a nice 69 degrees literally all day.
Yeah.
Yes. That's where my AC is at.
Mine too.
70, but yeah.
Trying to do the math in Celsius. I don't know what it is.
Like
it's probably like in mid 20s.
I think so.
I
would say 26.
I'm sorry, don't speak
I'm
freedom
gonna
unit.
Google it while we do this.
Yeah.
But even like on Milan, you can see that it's actually.
It's right on a 20.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll for Milan. Yeah, Milan also experienced fatigue. Because I roll for him a 6. So
So my little short ass is like under both of their arms, like trying to help them while we're like limping through the freaking jungle.
Yeah.
I'm limping real hard. I'm breathing real hard.
Yeah. So
Ash is over here whistling like do do do. Yeah.
Shh, please don't draw anything.
and as you're whistling, you do hear some bird whistling with you.
Oh, looks like I got an audience. They must actually think I'm good at this.
Yeah.
See? I told y'all. Y'all just got to believe harder.
Yeah. And as you move along, the birds follow you. And there's more and more of them. Like first 1, then 2, then 3. And well, I mean, when I say birds, it's a bird-like creature.
I figured that was what you meant.
Yeah.
Ash,
Yes.
we shouldn't have
Hello?
this big of an audience.
It's a bad sign.
Yeah.
It's just birds, right?
No, this
There's no
reminds me
such
of a
thing
pack
as
of
just
wolves.
birds on a planet that we've never explored.
Here.
You know what? That's fair enough. Mum's the word. I'll be quiet. Don't you worry about good old Ash. Quiet is my middle name.
And look at Milan. I'm about to gag your boss.
Silent as a ninja fart.
And if you're looking at those birds, their eyes are like in front of their head with like long beak, about 30 centimeter or a foot for people that measure freedom units.
I can't help where I was born, dude. I would love
I
to
know.
metric just as much as anybody else.
Like I use boat measurement here in Canada, so it's all good. It depends for what, right?
I'm an earther from Texas.
And those birds are almost like, at first they seem almost featherless, and you see like it's like green shimmering, and there's a few of them, and they just keep following you, and they seem to be keeping an eye, especially on the people that seems to be a bit more behind, as if they're very. No, I would not say mimicking vultures because they're not up there and circling around you, but you see them moving from tree to trees, and just keeping an eye
They're
on.
opportunists.
Yep.
Mhm.
Waiting for us to die. Let's
Yeah.
see. I'm too stubborn for all that.
And Dark.
Ash Phoenix, be ready to go turn it into an egg and having to rise from the ashes.
And within the jungle, it gets a bit darker faster than in the open field, just because there's just not as much axe light and just position of a mountain. And Milan goes, "Hey, we're not very far. About maybe a few minutes ahead. It's already we take a break once we're there. I don't think I can make it back right away. We're all right.
Yeah, we'll take a break as soon as we get there, and if
Hey,
you don't have to go back in the dark, you can stay with us if you need to.
All right. Appreciate it.
No shame in that.
And you make it through, and you can see through the greenery a few gray and blue crates about a meter by a meter wide, which with the Phoenix Enterprise logo on them. That's where Captain left the sample and things in there. We haven't been able to open them because I don't have the access, and neither does the EXO, and only the one that seems to have it still is Captain. Sir, if I may speak plainly.
Yes. Ash is totally mind on whatever this is and barely paying attention, but he just heard sir and his ears perked up. Yes.
I hope that what you've been sending us here is gonna be worth it.
Me too.
Whatever Cap found, and you can see as you're going through the greenery, you're able to see through the green the vines and trees and things like that. What appeared to be at first rocks. Then look at it a bit more. It's a bit more metallic. Then after that, it's a bit more structure-like. I don't know what we found in there. But whatever you scan for, that's a place. And when he came back, he said that this place is filled with it.
Oh, Ash is barely able to contain his excitement. He looks like he's ready to run off and go look at this, whatever it is. And he's just bouncing up and down. He's like, okay, so, yep. So, crew, are we going?
I mean, that was a heck of a trek, and I'm in a lot of pain. I kind of need a break.
Yeah.
And we need to decide,
Are we gonna wait to get to the finish line and then be oh, now we gotta take a second?
well, yeah, because, if I can't walk, I can't shoot. And if I can't shoot, I can't protect nobody.
Okay, well, you just stay here. Old Ash Phoenix can take care of this himself. Nami,
Yes.
you mind taking a little stroll with me?
He looks back at the Cap well, how are you feeling?
I gotta sit down for a little bit. I'm wiped.
Well, yeah, but I mean, anyway. So, are we talking about you would rest for a bit?
Yeah, I mean, I just need to take a little bit of a break before we go trampsing through someplace. This was a long ass walk.
Hmm.
I haven't been in 1G in 27 years.
All right.
I ain't set foot on a planet in 27 years. I'm tired.
I understand. Do you think you'll be okay? Do you want me to go with Ash, or you want me to stay here?
It's up to you. If you want to go, you can go. I can shoot something. It's fine. I just got to sit down for a minute.
Hey,
Like,
anybody's welcome to come with old
I
Ash.
ain't trying to
I'm
take
not-
like a 2-day nap. I
No.
just want to sit down for a minute.
All right. Well, okay. In that case, I could go with Ash for a bit. At least make sure that nothing happens to him while we enter inside. That's why you hear anything on comms, you see anything on comms, let me know, and I head right back up. Sounds good.
All right.
All right, cool. Be safe out here.
Rowan doing anything on your side?
When they say don't step on anything pretty, do they mean the rocks too? They were
They were-
non-specific.
They said stuff that was really, really bright and colorful, so I think the rocks are fine.
They meant me. Don't step on anything pretty or bright and colorful.
I'm just gonna very much take a rest with the captain and just like hunker up on a rock and try not to touch anything bright colored. It's fine. This is fine. We're fine.
All right, well, if things change or you feel like you want to have somebody next to you, again, I'm on the comms. Just let me know. I'll come back up.
I'd
Alright.
find like a big rock to sit on, like right next to Rowan, and help Milan sit down to make sure that they're okay. And
Yeah. Easy enough to find, like, resting spot, rocks.
how long do we have to sit here till I'm no longer fatigued?
Probably, like, I'd say, like, good. Like, you can just, like, take it, like, 10
yeah.
minutes. or
I mean,
so.
that's all I'm looking to do is get
Yeah.
rid of the fatigue
Yeah.
condition. I just want to sit down and, like,
Yeah.
you know, rub my leg where I'm really hurting, and
Yeah.
you know,
Ash is too impatient
literally-
for all this.
I literally just want to sit down for
Go,
15 or 20 minutes,
look,
have a bite to eat, drink some water.
I gotta go see. I can't help it.
So, Ash and Nami.
Mhm.
As you two are venturing a bit further in, where closer to the crates, a bit beyond to see what's been there, what's the structure like, you see this about 9-meter tall, like triangular entrance with almost geometric like pattern built in.
Did you build this?
Oh my stars and garters! No, no, I did not.
And a lot of inlaid in it. You're able to see what seems to be a door, but also slightly broken. Either the crew of the Oni just breached in to see what was beyond, or it was just damaged prior. You would, go closer to it. But it is, if that is the door, the rest of the structure is most likely quite large, and from what we can see, probably going below the surface here.
Well, looks like you were talking about giants. Might be on to something. Why would you need a door this big?
High treasure, that big.
Well, seems like some type of intelligent creatures was here, because I could see just a standard triangle face on this inside this location just being created by nature. This was built by someone.
Well, of course. I mean, we've already found out a long time ago that we aren't alone. But beyond that, we gotta believe that there has to be something bigger or badder than we have been.
Well, we learned that a long time ago.
Exactly. This is all the more reason for her to us to make sure that those resources and the things that they left here are put to good use.
And how do we know they're not here now?
Faith.
You know, you could be just stealing from this group, right?
Absolutely.
So you're okay with that?
It's one of those moral quandaries you go through, right? So obviously we haven't seen signs of other, alpha intelligence type of life. Um, but if we were to come across them and they were to tell us that we were stealing their things, then I'd walk away peaceably, provided they let us walk away peaceably, and I'd leave their stuff to them.
All right. Well,
I mean, what would you do?
if I see something built like this, I'll leave it alone because to me, this belongs to someone. And even if they're gone now, they might be coming back at a later time expecting to find it back and it's gone. Then they're going to search for the individuals who took it. And of course, be like, we want our stuff back. And then you're
long gone by then.
they're not going to see it that way. They're going to be like, you took our stuff. Either give us our stuff back or most likely battle may ensue. So I'm just saying now, it's better to ask, at least get confirmation, permission.
Oh yeah, I mean, if there's people in
this
here,
case.
if there's people in here, we can absolutely have a discussion. Does that not seem reasonable?
Hey, this is your job, so I'm just making sure you coming out okay. But if I was in charge of this, the minute I
got a
saw
little
this,
bit more wisdom than just muscle. There's some noodles moving around up there.
nobody needs to know about that. we keep that a secret. To everyone else, I'm just a drinker. I'm fine with that.
If that's what you want people to believe, I will not go giving away your secrets.
I appreciate it. People expect less when they don't know much about you.
Ain't that the truth? Hopefully I can change your captain's mind.
No, you've done such a serious grave digging circumstance the past hours. I only reason why the cap is going through with this is because of what you're able to provide. But in terms of personality wise, something tells me you got a long way to go. Long way to go before you get on her good sides again. But it's okay. If there's something you're interested in, I'm pretty sure it's doable.
I just don't want, people to think I'm a bad guy. I'm trying to do stuff to better the world. And sure, I take some risk. And maybe I'm not the smartest people around, but I really am trying.
So here's my recommendation. If you try to get on the good graces of the cap, you got to focus less on the materials and more on the people. You notice how you didn't mention a single question to the captain or ask about like their medical being that much, or like the concern of the health of your crew. Your goal was primarily focused on the materials. If you were to have a primary focus on your crewmates, she would respect you a bit more. Right now, you're just coming across as a dollar sign, and that's good. That's why it's going to be a bit of an issue for you getting out of that grave you dug.
And Ash looks at you for a moment, and he looks damn near like gobsmacked. He was not expecting to hear that, and then he was not even expecting himself to be like, yo, I did just basically dismiss all of that. He's like, motherfucker.
Hey, I
am
get
just
it.
my granddaddy.
Nah. Oh, well, I understand. Like I said, I come from wealth, so I've seen it, a dime a dozen. So here's why I kind of left away. So, but that's why you can be able to make steps in the right direction. Just because you come from it doesn't mean you have to be from it. I can tell you that because I'm not like that.
You sure you don't want me telling people that you are?
Oh no. Again, like no, like I said, I like to keep my under wraps. Again, a lot less people expect much of you. A lot of people expect much of you if they don't know what you're capable of. So that's why I like to keep my mouth shut and let folks do their thing.
me being a shrewd businessman, it would be me overlooking excellent opportunity to not potentially offer you a role in Phoenix. I'm not saying I'm trying to steal you from your captain or anything like that, but just think about it.
Well, no, it would be very funny if I did not take up my parents' offer to run their company and transition over to yours. But it's no, I'm not. I mean, it's just I understand the offering. I appreciate it, but I gotta look after the cap. But I
I
appreciate
got a
the
whole
offer.
mergers and acquisitions department. I could offer you a great package.
Well, again, how about this? I will tell you the name of the family lineage that I come from, and then from there, you could probably understand why. I'm like, I appreciate it, but if I was to do something, my family would take it as a sign of disrespect. So technically, I
I'm not
come from.
here to disrespect your cultural traditions.
Oh no, it's not that. It's just that similarly, my family comes from. They're a well-known company. They're the Curse Steel Tachibana. They also are relatively well off in Mars, and and so that I'm technically was supposed to be part and help run that company.
I see.
So that's why I say I understand exactly where you're coming from because I was born from it, but it's not for me.
All right. Well, fair enough, friend. Do consider it.
You know what? I will actually think about it. We'll be way further down the line, though. I got to make sure the cap and everyone else still stays safe.
Absolutely. I would not ask anything otherwise. As a matter of fact, let's go check on them before we decide to go delving into the depths of adventure.
Hey,
Yeah. Perfect.
that works.
D. Rowan. While your two crewmates are a bit away, trying to go see what's going on, what were you two doing in the meantime?
I'm just kind of like, I can tell that Rowan's freaked out, so I'm just kind of trying to talk real quiet and chill and get them calmed down. And so I'm like talking to Milan. I'm like, Milan, so where are you from?
Milan is from. Let's go with Philadelphia. That's why not.
There we go.
That's where he was originally, although spent most of his time around, especially since the incident.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't been able to really go back around. But
Rowan, what about you? You never really told me right where you're from.
Well, originally from from Earth. I was doing most of my work out of the New York area. Very very I just worked. Um, didn't have much of a social life. No wife, no kids. Finally got forced to take my first vacation. Human resources insisted that I was spending too much time on the job, and I had too much PTO saved up. So they forced me to take time off, which I hated because I was right in the middle of a big project, and I ended up on Luna when the bombardment happened. So,
You
yeah,
keep mentioning HR. Who did you work for?
I I did a lot of contract work for standard companies, but the staffing agency I went through had a main HR hub.
Gotcha.
That was very persnickety about social decorum and whatnot.
Well, I'm
But,
glad you didn't get hurt.
I just wanted to work on machines.
Yeah, you take good care of the ship.
She is a good
I
ship.
appreciate it. place is kind of spooky, huh?
No bit.
Yeah. We're gonna have to go after them in 5 or 10 minutes, but this place is kind of creepy. Milan, are you coming inside with us? Because we're probably gonna end up in there because apparently Mr. Phoenix is very eager.
Oh hell yeah! I'm not staying outside here by myself. No way.
I'm just making sure because we're down 2 communicators. So just stick with us, all right? Like, try to stay between folks so we can keep an eye on you. I don't know about your captain, but I'm not one to let my crew get hurt if I can avoid it, so.
No, Captain usually take care of us. Things have been a bit weird here. I don't know what's, but usually.
Do you know what made him pass out like that? Like, did he come back like that? Did somebody find him? Did he get sick like after coming out here and then going back?
When he got back first on the ship, he was fine. Bit tired, but we just assume age, work. But when things started going down on the ship, he just kept getting more and more tired, and eventually just didn't wake up.
How long did it take?
I don't know, a week or two at most.
So the likelihood is that we're probably not going to go down there and somebody's going to just pass out immediately. That's kind of what I'm worried about.
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I haven't gone down there myself, and I have no fucking clue where
But
to
at least we know what to watch for. So I appreciate it. If somebody starts seeming real tired, we'll make sure that they're in med bay real fast.
And as you're talking with Milan and Rowan, you hear some rustling in the leaf. And you see a little colorful, almost flower-like thing moving towards you.
Nope, we're moving away, and I'm going to grab both of them, and we're going to go in the other direction. Towards the entrance,
It's
probably.
about that size overall. Like it'll, and then you notice that the flower. Well, they're not flowered. More furry. Then going through the leaf, you see this little, almost adorable monkey-like creature with beige fur and just a little spurt of almost flower-like longer fur on its back, and just looking at you and being very curious.
Is that what got Samuel as we're backing away?
It looks very pretty.
Yeah, let's do
No,
it.
no, that's not what got Samuel. It was actually like an actual, well, about big flower. That's
No.
I
That's
think
real
we've
cute,
seen
but I
those
don't
around
trust it.
Cam. Like so far, they haven't done anything. They're just, I don't know. And
Yeah, I don't trust it.
and looks at you and just very curious. And you hear more rustling behind you.
And we're
Approach.
walking.
And eventually you just bump into Ash and Nami because they were right behind, like, hey!
Hi, we're walking.
You're muted.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. You're good.
Wait, what's going on?
Yeah, you were
We're
muted
walking.
first.
Did we miss something?
Animals, and I don't trust it.
Oh, animals are cute.
Where are they?
I had a cat
I'll
once.
point
It
it
was
out.
not cute.
Hmm. Interesting. Well, if if the consensus is we want to back away, I would not suggest turning our back to it. We should walk backwards.
That's what I'm doing.
Little monkey creature follows you for a little bit, then stop, then just bolt into a complete different direction.
That's not a good sign. There's something around.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
What was that?
did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
I think we prefer the monkey, to be honest.
I'm still backing up.
Yeah. Are you backing
Yeah.
towards the structure?
I'm backing towards the structure, and I have my rifle out.
Mhm. Yep, same. I'll in the front. Rifle, I'll try to analyze where
And
that noise is
It's
coming from.
getting really pretty fucking dark right now. So I'm assuming you have like lights on to be able to see where the fuck you're going.
Mhm.
So,
I've already like dragged Rowan behind me.
yeah.
Got an equipment case up threateningly.
So,
Ash has his machete out, but then he looks at his machete. He's like, I'm not going to do nothing with this.
as you back up a little bit more towards the structure, and look with your rifle around, and the now increasing darkness. What? Give me a perception seeing.
All right.
Definitely do not have seeing. I definitely only have intuition under my.
Everybody that
perception.
wants to pay attention, I'm gonna also make it for Milan because Milan is also shitting his pants.
okay.
12 with 3 stunt points, plus another 2 stunt points that I can carry over from
Yep.
earlier.
15 for me.
I rolled a whole 5, but I got a stunt
What would
point out
this-
of it because I
what would
rolled
this be under
double
for-
ones.
Which stunt table am I looking at?
You can just look at through. In this case, general exploration would work well. You can also use some investigation stunt if you. If you can justify it, whatever you find that would work well, I'm more than happy to let you use it.
I'm gonna use Speed Demon,
Mm-hmm.
meaning I can complete the test in half the time it would otherwise take, so I immediately know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use sorry.
And then because I've got 5, I'm also gonna use Upper Hand. If we end up in combat, I get +3 to my initiative.
All right. And how many stunt was used total?
5 total.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what it's about to do, but I'm trying to protect my
Oh,
people.
I forgot. Using step points increases the turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
By how many you use? Okay, never mind. I don't need to use anything.
I mean, you got them. And
like, I
those
guess so.
also those that did not necessarily roll super well. Remember that you can use some of your fortune to increase rolls, right? So
Yeah, this is a perception roll.
Yeah.
Ash is not really thinking about. I'm not doing that.
yeah, but just for future reference, just in case you really need something
yeah,
that
for
will
sure.
save your butt.
So yeah, we had 13 for me.
13. All right. So it comes to D's attention first, and you only catch a glimpse D as you're passing through. Your lights on you are reflecting on what appear to be eyes, like when when you look at a cat's eyes in the dark, with like a flashlight or something that's
Mm-hmm.
You don't. You have to focus a little bit to actually be able to see properly the face and shape and colors in the surrounding area. This creature seems to be blending very, very, very well with its environment. It is also a very large creature. Like we're talking twice the size of an earth tiger. And it's just there and observing all of you. You have the structure very, very close. And as it's looking, and you're just standing there, you can see it just go down a little bit.
Everybody inside now.
I
Everybody
try
inside now.
something
Now.
real quick?
Now.
And it pounds. And that's where we're
Oh.
going to pick it up next week.
Oh, shit.
I do it.
Motherfucker. I saw it coming. I was still like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, no. We gonna die.
With
So
giant
saber-tooth
space-
tiger, gotcha.
Yeah, giant space tiger.
Mm-hmm.
Ash the Phoenix signing off one last time.
So, we're going to see what's going to happen with that giant space tiger. However, the crew will decide to resolve that encounter next week.
As I pitch Rowan into the door to make sure that the tiger can't get him.
No, see, the answer is to scruff the tiger, hold over his neck, and then pet it until it starts to purr. Gotta assert dominance.
I
It's
look
a
forward
giant
to
kitty
Ash
cat.
trying that.
Just put a box. You're fine. Just put a box down there.
Exactly.
And there's a bunch of them
Oh,
right there.
You'll
There's
have a ball. I'm gonna
gigantic
throw a
crates.
ball.
What I'm gonna do is I just put on my laser pointer from my rifle and just point it on the on the ground and see if it starts to chase it.
All cats work the same, right?
Exactly.
All right.
Yep, every single one of them.
Doesn't matter the size or the origin. All cats work the same. So, as we're wrapping up here, let's do a quick roundtable. Say people where they can find you on the internet and who you are and all that jazz. Let's go. I think the opposite way thing that we did earlier. Next, you were the last one, I think, or was it Kira? Whichever, I don't remember. Can
Oh, it was Nix. Nix was the last one.
Heyo, I'm Nix. I'm your proud park uncle. You're doing a heck of a good job. I am an internet silly person, a kilted himbo, and a glass etcher by trade. You can find me on Twitter at MC_etching and Punkle Nix just pretty much about anywhere else. And we're all gonna die. I told you I had a cat. I had a cat once, and it was a problematic knife missile. The aerodynamics are just not natural.
They really aren't.
no.
I don't understand how they are a solid yet a fluid at the same time. Cats are problematic.
Amazing.
Cat's problematic.
Uh,
All right.
All right.
Kira.
All right, so I'm Kira858. Again, this was a lot of fun. I think we'll make out of this just fine. It'd be weird for a series / just 3 episodes, but hey, that's how Lord of the Rings went, so who knows? You can be able to find all of our content on twitch.tv/Kira858, as well as the Cookout TTRPGs. Of course, we have a wide variety of TTRPG goodness. We have, of course, our Marvels. The new Vanguard just came out. The last episode just featured special guest Markia McCarty. It was an awesome
I love
Episode.
Markia.
Yeah, she was really
She has
cool. And
good
her
people.
character, her superhero was very unique. So it was a lot of fun. The next episode is the penultimate episode. So make sure to check us out next Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Again, on twitch.tv/Kira858. Or you can be able to watch it on YouTube at the Cookout TTRPGs for the VODs. And we have a couple other shows that'll be coming out in the near future. Currently on the upcoming Mage, the Senshi campaign that'll be coming out on Rerolls channel. And then there's a couple of projects I don't think I could talk about yet, so I'm going to stop there before I get NDA cursed out. So that's me.
I guess I'm next up. Hey everybody, I'm Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice. That's where you can find me around the internet. Dimples and Dice, and basically everywhere except Facebook, because fuck that place. Let's see things I'm up to. Today is Thursday. So yeah, you won't see me again until Philly by Night. Philly by Night's on Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern time over on my sister station, Rolling D's 20s. Do go check them out for Vampire the Masquerade goodness. This is our 5th and final season, so I'm throwing everything out there. Kane has showed up. There's been time travel. There's a multiverse. There's multiple versions of the same character. Our characters are body snatchers. Like all kinds of shenanigans like that happen in this show. So if you enjoy taking vampire to like, most people are like, let's take it up to 11. I'm like, let's take it up to like a 27.
At
That's
least.
what you get to see on my show. Then you can also catch me over on my own channel at 11 a.m. Eastern time on Sundays for Wayward Revelry. It's a D&D 5e campaign based on Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Yeah, there's shenanigans afoot. They're going on a poop quest this next week. Yep, they got to go collect poop.
We are literally on a poop quest. I'm on the show. We have to go collect
you not.
40 pounds of poop from a dragon thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Don't worry about it. They need it for reasons. So if you want to go see Poop Quest and other random shenanigans like that in a Feywild world, come check us out. 11 a.m. Eastern on Sundays.
So just send.
That's all I got.
So send Prince all possible shit related puns so you can use them in game. Is that what it is?
Oh yeah, I will absolutely use them. Don't you worry.
All right.
I swear to God, we got on the call last weekend, and the first things out of his wife's mouth was like, "Save me from the poop puns."
All right.
I want to know what you're talking about.
Love you, Red, but you know I'm gonna help Prince with poop puns. So.
That's it. I don't have anything. Watch out my Twitter. That's where you can find out all the other stuff that's coming out.
And Panda.
Anyway, I'm AwkwardishPanda. You can find me at AwkwardishPanda everywhere. This Saturday, you can catch me over on DC Lasser's channel. We are going to be running a one-shot for raising money for Take This. It's going to be another food-themed one. It's going to be ridiculous. It has to do with flan. Things are going to get sticky, and I mean that in the worst possible way because my character hates being dirty. And then Sunday morning, I'll be over on Dimple's channel where I play Glix. It's gonna be an interesting week because she also doesn't like being dirty. I have clean freaks for some of my characters. And then I stream on my own channel. We'll be streaming tomorrow night for Friday Night Pandemonium. Tomorrow night is not an interview. I don't know what we're going to be doing yet. We might be starting a new paint for a competition. I finished Scotty this week. She looks amazing. Go check TikTok because that's where you're going to find, and Twitter because that's where you're going to find the videos of her. She looks great. And yeah, no, next week is going to be a lot of crocheting. I had a fundraiser plan that had to get canceled, but things are weird. But yeah, no, we're going to be doing lots of crocheting next week and chilling and hanging out, and you can catch me every week here too.
It's a vibe. It's a chilling vibe. It's definitely a work and lurk channel during daytime.
Yeah. And Wednesday, yeah, that's a new thing. Thank you for bringing up. Wednesdays from now on are going to be Work and Lurk Wednesdays. So come through for chill music. You'll either watch me cleaning my office or working on a blog or whatever, and we all just kind of co-work for the morning and just hang out. Super
fun. And I'm Frank. I'm the GM here. I co-founded the channel. You can mostly find me here. Outside of that, I do music under my personal brand called Ravenclaw Production. You can check some samples, shit. You can buy my solo piano EP, or you can even contact me to commission me because I do commission work. So yeah, that's it. That's for me, and we're gonna see you next Thursday for whatever happened here. It's gonna be fine. It's all good.
It's all good.
I mean,
fine.
Don't worry about it.
The door.
I'm just gonna die. It's not gonna be a big deal.
Yeah, I mean the door to like the little cave where everything's cool in there is right there, so it's all good.
If the cat jumps in and fights us, we'll just call it Meow Mix.
Yeah, so just have to roll a higher initiative than the giant tiger. That's gonna be good.
Well, I get +3 to mine, so
There you go. So, in the meantime, thank you very much for joining. We're gonna go and rate a lovely friend, my lovely beer bro, Lonzo Gonzo, who's currently streaming. I'm not sure. Check what he
I'm
was
definitely
streaming.
not lurking in Lonzo's channel right now because I ended
No.
up raiding there from a lurk earlier.
That's my co-folk on Rolling These
yeah.
20s. So dude,
Go folk on
Lonzo
Rolling
is
These
great,
Way.
y'all. Y'all are
Lovely
gonna love it
people.
over
You've
there.
seen it here before. So amazing, good bean. And see you next Thursday. Good night.